Let's not argue. We are family.
Who is my mother and my brother? Whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my mother, my brother, and my sister.
Joseph.
Emma, when we are among the saints, then we are among family.
And what about polygamy and all the other hellish practices?
We're in it for the long haul, Aunt Emma.
It's easy for the men to say. Good night, boys.
Aunt Emma.
I said good night.
Good night.
Emma, will you teach my sons to walk in their father's footsteps?
Joseph, you are coming back.
Emma, will you teach my sons to walk in their father's footsteps?
You are coming back.
Emma, will you teach my sons to walk in their father's footsteps?
I hope you enjoy this room. Thank you, Joseph. I believe you'll find the bed comfortable. Let me know if you have any dreams.
Dreams?
Our cousin John said he had a very significant dream in this room. I've had several here myself. I would like you to remember what you dream and let me know.
Certainly.
Now, cousins, there is something I would like to ask you.
Feel free.
You know what I've recently accepted. And,
Joseph.
I would like you to be a part of this with me.
Joseph, we know that you mean well,
But
but
you haven't that authority to take that place for yourself.
My father gave me that authority.
when I was a child, we've heard about the infamous blessing Uncle Joseph gave you. And the leadership of the Lord's Church may one day be yours, if you take your place. Brother Brigham has
I don't care what that man has
Brigham
said.
Young has said that you are welcome to take your place in church leadership. But just as with Esau, as with the sons of Israel, that birthright can be lost through apostasy.
I am not apostate.
as we believe we are not.
Go no further on your missions. Stop and reflect. No. Reflect. And then sleep. Good night.
Good night. He means to convert us.
As we mean to convert him.
Do we?
What do you mean?
Let's get some sleep.
Would you look at those stars tonight? Oh, that one's Orion. He's much bigger than I remember him being.
Clara,
Yes?
I'm sorry about the disturbance in there tonight.
Our family's in a transitional period.
Your family has been touched by God.
When you come away from all the squabbling, and you really do look at those stars, there's such order, light, and order.
You have the heart of a poet, David.
Recite her some poetry.
Oh,
David.
no, I only burden my poetry on those with whom I've had further acquaintance.
I am not without my own appreciation for the finer things, sir.
You see? I hope you don't mind a bit of melancholy then.
I think a bit of melancholy would cheer my spirits nicely.
My father stood in manhood prime, at the door of death on the share of time. The latch was raised by an unseen hand, and he passed within the better land. It seems to me I see his face, and sometimes think of his loving ways. His eyes from pain were a piteous look, his form was bent, his low voice shook. So I am his poor little fatherless one, whose father has passed away. I must bid him farewell and journey on along life's stormy way. I wrote it for a little girl whose father had passed away that well-lived time.
I love it.
Thank you for not ridiculing it.
You never knew your father, did you?
No, his butchery transpired before I was born.
And you are like me, a convert who admires a man they'll never know in this life. You do him honor.
On that, we can all agree. He deserved honor.
Well, my friend, I am certainly glad that you came tonight.
Can I truly count you as a friend?
Oh, you passed the highest standard that I put upon anyone. You liked my poetry.
David? David, did you come in for a moment?
Yes, Mother. Clara, I will be right back.
Don't worry, brother. I'll take care of her for you. Not only can David sing and write, but he draws and paints, and he's a bit of a scientist and a naturalist.
Yes, I know. David and I have discussed flowers.
I do count but one fault against him.
It's not possible. He's perfect.
That he was so ignorant not to have noticed that he had your heart a long time ago.
My heart?
Well, isn't it obvious? You love him.
I do not love him.
Please, I'm a married man. I know those feelings when I see them.
Oh, you think you know the feelings of my heart.
Well, isn't that why you're so upset? Because I guess them so readily?
Mr. Smith, I am not upset.
Just be good to him. Marriage isn't as easy as you suppose.
Marriage?
Well, yes. Forgive me, but for being personal, but it takes work. How long have you two been acquainted?
Well, it's been nothing intimate, you understand, but I've been aware of him for a couple of years at least.
My, you have loved him a long time then.
I do not love him.
Don't fret, I'll keep it a secret.
Mr. Smith, let me repeat
Do you know
myself.
any man in your acquaintance whom you value more?
Of course not. Oh my.
As I said,
This is terrible.
yes, a very grave situation.
You don't understand.
Just act naturally around him. If you don't, he might suspect you. Unless, of course, you want him to suspect you.
Well, that was peculiar.
Well, you know how protective Mother gets.
What do you mean?
Nothing. I just think little Miss Hartshorn is glad to have her poet back.
But they really are nothing more than dabblings.
He's being modest.
No, I'm not. It's actually rather embarrassing. I may have the heart of a poet, but I have neither his tongue nor his pen.
Well, I don't know about that. Let's have a look at you.
Am I being analyzed? Is this some new kind of phrenology?
Hush. I need to concentrate. All right. Now, stand up straight. And throw your shoulders back. How am I supposed to tell you what you are if you hide it behind your bad posture?
I have very good
Well,
posture.
just roll your shoulders back.
As you wish. What does that mean?
Oh, I just remembered the title of a song I've been trying to recall all day.
The analysis.
Patience, David. This is a delicate art.
I never fancied you a folk scientist, Clara.
From my deductions, you may have the forehead of a poet, but you most certainly do not have the nose of a poet.
No, it's more the nose of a turnip.
And your hair. Oh, what do you think of his hair, Master Frederick?
Well, I should say he has the hair of the banker. Perhaps a lawyer.
Lawyer? I'll shave the offending mop off.
The ears of a politician.
Of course, to catch the sound of public opinion.
I do believe he has the shoulders of the laborer.
Ah, but the arms of a painter.
And what is that supposed to mean?
It means that I don't suppose he could lift more than a paintbrush. Now your hands.
I think you may have to examine them more closely, Clara.
Touch me, David.
My hands.
I need to get a closer look.
What's the verdict?
They're quite soft.
First I have weak arms, then soft hands.
That's not an insult. They're the hands of
Yes,
They're the hands of a gentle romantic.
And his eyes? Yes, his eyes. Look deeply. Are they the eyes of a poet?
No,
No?
they're the eyes of a saint.
And his lips?
My lips!
Are you brave enough to investigate his character in that regard?
Don't call him back. Well, should we continue our investigation?
Well,
I think I need another analysis. For the beauty of the
Are you preparing to leave so early?
Yes, we've imposed ourselves long enough
Oh,
already.
you are no burden.
We have much work to do.
You will stay for breakfast at least.
Yes, that should be fine.
Did you have any dreams?
No.
Truly?
I had one.
Truly?
I'm not sure if you will like it.
Oh, let me decide that. You made a promise.
I dreamt that I was standing on a large pine raft and I was fishing with a hook and a line. I could see into the water at a great depth, and I dropped my hook and the line into the water just as usual, and no sooner had it sunk below the surface than I saw a huge gar making directly for it. Fearing that I would lose my hook and my line, I withdrew it as quick as possible, but the gar was so determined to nab it that he ran out of the water, nearly half the length of my arm, endeavoring to snap it. However, I was able to carry away my hook and my line and took away my fish.
Joseph?
I will see you at breakfast, gentlemen.
You had a dream just like you wanted.
Yes, but not just like what he wanted, Sam. He figured out its meaning. We mustn't ever try to catch that fish, Sam. If he ever stood at the head of those of us in Utah, he would snap all of our lines and we would lose all of our hooks.
It's a pity.
Are you all packed then?
Yes.
Let's just go get some breakfast and get out of here.
Joseph, I thought you had already left for Carthage Wood.
And have I forgotten anything?
Forgotten?
Do you need anything? Do you feel anything?
I don't know what you mean.
Never mind. I've gone to my horse 3 times to leave already.
Joseph?
Emma, the Lord has a blessing to give, and he will not let me leave until I give it. Emma, thou shalt bear a child, and though he should be incarcerated in solid rock, yet he shall come out and make his mark in the world. Call his name David.
Suppose it be a girl.
Call him David.
Mother? Mother, you sent for me?
Yes, yes, I did.
Are you all right, Mother?
Your father prophesied about you, my son.
I know.
The Lord's servants Hard things are asked of them and their wives.
Yes?
Have you thought about marrying?
Of course I have.
What sort of woman?
I haven't really...
Do you care for Clara?
I have not informed anyone of such, if I do.
You are a prophet's son. You have your choice of all the girls within the church, at least.
Clara's within the church?
I just want you to marry well.
Mother. Mother, you must love Clara, for your boy does. And if you can't love her, then love me enough to make it up. She will be my wife someday, if all goes well.
David, you can't know that.
Just don't tell anyone, will you? If you do, well, I'll be cross.
Mother!
Joseph, what is it? What's wrong?
It's Frederick. He's lying in bed, sick in agony.
What?
Where was Anna Maria?
From what I could discern of what Frederick said, she's taken little Alex. She's abandoned him.
Without telling us he was sick? What a detestable woman.
I told him I would come fetch you. You'll know what to do.
Get Alex.
Yes, I'll get Alex.
I will never forget that woman if anything happens to Frederick.
Emma, will you teach my sons to walk in their father's footsteps?
Joseph, please come for me.
Emma, will you teach my
Joseph,
sons?
please. I am so tired.
Emma.
Joseph!
Did you call for me?
Joseph?
Mother, did you call for me?
No, I don't think so.
Mother.
Joseph, I loved your father. I love him still.
I know, Mother.
What if I were to tell you that he
That he what, Mother?
old griefs plague me at times like these? Your father was a righteous man.
I know. There was no blemish upon his character, right, Mother? We will continue to assert to the world that there was no blemish upon Father's character.
He's dead. Like our poor Frederick.
You must be tired. Let's get you to
I am not tired.
Mother, you'll be exhausted.
This is the last chance I have to see my son's face in this world.
All right, Mother.
Have strength, brother. You were always good at being the strong one.
No. It's not.
Joseph,
Yes.
I don't know how to say.
What is it?
I wish to join your church.
What?
I need to know that Fred is still alive somewhere.
Then this is a day of joy mingled with sorrow. Joy mingled with sorrow.
Joseph, is it true?
How are you enjoying playing?
What a question, Joseph. Is it true
Is what's true.
that you are sending David to Utah?
I've almost made up my mind to do so.
You
yes.
mustn't do it, Joseph.
He's been implying and dropping hints, and I can deny him only so much. Alexander Witt, why not David?
Deny him until doomsday. David needs to be protected.
He's a man now.
He is sensitive.
He's a prophet's son. You cannot shelter him forever.
Why, David?
David is our most eloquent, our most intelligent, our most diplomatic, our very best missionary. If anyone can slay that wild desert Goliath, it is our David.
Joseph.
Mother, do you trust me?
It's not a matter of trust.
David needs to make his own decisions. If he accepts the calling, I intend on announcing his and Alexander's mission to California and Utah.
Are you serious?
David, how long have you been there?
Is it true? Do you accept the mission? I'll take that as a yes.
Yes.
It's decided then.
Isn't it wonderful, Mother?
David.
Oh, a man can only take so much of singing and writing poetry and being Major Byron's shore boy without feeling as if his manhood is worthless. Now, you will see your son become a man.
You have been a blessing to us.
Now is the time that I can make my mark in the world.
Just don't be angry with me for anything they tell you in Utah.
Anyone who ever truly knew you could never say